In these problems, we have a little story or scenario, and we have to choose the graph that fits with that story. The story in A here says Kevin walks from home to school. Okay, so Kevin is going from home to school. And on our axes, we have the distance to school and we have the time. In this first one, it seems like a really strange graph. We just have this one time in the middle, and the distance to school just goes shooting up. I don't know how that could happen unless suddenly Kevin was teleporting. So this graph just doesn't even make sense. Let's see. So in this graph, we have time increasing this way, the distance to school increasing this way. So it looks like the longer Kevin walks, the farther away he gets from school, because this is the distance to school and it's getting bigger. So this would be if he was walking away from school. That doesn't make sense. In this one, again, we have time and distance to school. It looks like the distance to school goes down the longer Kevin walks. Now that makes sense if he's walking towards school and he's walking from home to school. So this one looks like a pretty good candidate. Let's look at the last one though, just to be sure. Here, the distance to school stays the same even as the time goes up. So this looks like Kevin's just walking in place or maybe around in a little circle or something. So it looks like this one fits with Kevin walking from home to school. All right, let's look at B. It says the number of people in a certain city grows. And again, we have this weird looking graph where suddenly there's one specific time and the population is actually, it's really all over the place. The population is zero. It's also way high at the same time. Just doesn't make sense. Here we have the time increasing and the population increasing. And that seems to fit this story. Over time, the number of people grow. So that makes sense. In this one, the number of people is decreasing. So the population is not growing here, it's shrinking over time. And here, the population is just staying the same over time. So it looks like this second one is the one that fits our story. So that is how to choose a graph to fit with a story.